Pagani Huayra, a luxury TT inspired by the Aymara god of wind. Inside the Pagani headquarters in modern Italy, the company museum showcases wallpaper and children's work, such as the Ronda Revolution, a super-powered race car fantasy built on the track. Pagani dreamt of building his own supercar when he came to escape from Argentina at the age of 27. His first prototypes, carved in boxwood blocks back in the mid-1960s, were inspired by Bertone and Giuliano designs. Pagani made this mini motocross when he was only 14 years old. He later designed and built this Argentinian F3 race car powered by Renault and equipped with a drag reduction system and side air intake. The Huayra is a result of Pagani's long experience with composite materials and aerodynamic design. Pagani is the only car manufacturer to use carbon fiber and titanium alloy. Thanks to its carbon-titanium chassis, the Huayra weighs near 1,350 kilograms. At the company's styling center, designers work on innovative designs for new cars to use. A design lead for the company's founder, Alessio Pagani. They discuss the features and characteristics of the car design, which have been fully studied on scale models. Small adjustments in the lines and shape of the design sketches from one model to the next have led to the final design. Styling of every model is customized and personalized, tailored to suit. And in his chief design, Pagani supervises the styling of each model. The windshield design of the car is not only fashionable, it's the fundamental aerodynamic principle behind the supercar. The vehicle with its distinctive shape and style. Carbon fiber rolls are laid out on a CNC cutter, which automatically cuts all the pieces to mold the various parts of the chassis. The operator detaches the carbon fiber pieces, which make all 240 different parts of the car body. The carbon fiber steering wheel weighs only 700 grams. Being up to 6.5 times lighter than steel, carbon titanium has the best weight-strength ratio in the automotive industry. This carbon fiber sandwich makes a bullet and fireproof protection for the fuel tank. Like the steering wheel, all chassis parts are molded as one piece of carbon fiber. Raw carbon titanium fiber is placed in a mold. The plastic membrane protecting the resin adhesive of the carbon fiber is removed and mounted in position. It's then pushed into place, first by hand, and then with a carbon fiber tool to remove any air bubbles and wrinkles. A technician heats the blade of his knife to trim off the excess carbon fiber cloth and remove it from the mold. For larger pieces such as this door, there are always two operators working together. The carbon fiber cloth is covered with a surfacing fabric before being wrapped in a vacuum bag. A vacuum fitting valve is inserted to create a sealed joint between the bag and the vacuum tubing. A pump sucks the air out of the bag to create a vacuum, which protects the carbon fiber during the curing process. The mold is then placed in an autoclave, an industrial pressure oven used to process composite materials. It works like a giant pressure cooker, which subjects the material to high pressure and intense heat. The door is hermetically sealed before the pressure and heat start building up to shape the component. The formed parts are removed from their molds in another facility inside negative pressure cabins, where air temperature and humidity are monitored. Sharp ridges left by the molding process are then ground off. The edges are smoothed and polished, and the ledges are adjusted one small segment at a time. The quadruple exhaust system is a trademark of Pagani car design. Made of 10 kilograms of pure titanium, it's built in Germany and customized for the Huayra. The silencers are tuned to sound like an aeroplane taking off. Titanium sheets are folded to make exhaust pipes using a manually adjusted roller press. The sheet is fed into the press and run through. The sheet is then locked in the press feeder. The rollers are then manually tightened. It's then run through again to form it into a tube. The titanium used to make these pipes makes the exhaust resistant to heat, corrosion, and distortion. The titanium tube is placed in a clamp and tightened. A filler rod is inserted and a welder is positioned over the tube. A laser joins the metal, making a fine, narrow weld. A hammer is used to close the ends of the welded seam. Another pipe is placed in a tube bending machine, along with a holding rod to prevent the pipe collapsing. The machine bends the tube at a 25-degree angle. Titanium is an incredibly ductile material which can bend without breaking. A titanium tube is mounted in the die of a large hydroforming tool, which will shape the silencer. Hydroforming uses high-pressure hydraulic fluid to press the titanium into the die. The machine applies over 600 bar of pressure, the equivalent to that on the Pacific Ocean floor. When removed, the tube is now formed with its characteristic elliptical shape. The cut and polished exhaust is placed on a stand and then placed in an oven. The door is closed and the titanium is left to be heated. Titanium reacts to heat by oxidizing, forming a thin and transparent oxide layer, which gives the metal a bright purple appearance. Once the metal cools down, a stencil glue is applied on the oxidized metal surface. The stencil is then sandblasted using compressed air, charged with non-oxidized titanium particles. This makes the brand and model names stand out on the silencer. All the welds on the exhaust are done by hand. Precision is key, both for strength and for the all-important aesthetics. The exhaust system is now assembled with 2 catalytic converters. Aluminium parts for the Huayra are machined by Aspa in Italy before they're shipped to the Mercedes-AMG plant. The air intake is one of over 1,000 CNC machine parts. It's carved like a sculpture in one single block of aluminium in a process that lasts 24 hours.
Blimey.
The finished anodized piece is then sent to the AMG plant in Alfalterbach, Germany, where the engine is assembled. A crankshaft is inserted into the crankcase, using an overhead hoist to position it on pre-oiled bearings. The gears and timing chain are installed before the crankcase is closed. Holding the connecting rod in one hand, the mechanic applies oil on a high-strength lightweight piston. It's then inserted into the pre-assembled short block using a matrix to slide the piston into the cylinder. The engine block is turned and the oil is applied to the crankshaft. The connecting rods are fastened, installing 2 sets of 6 pistons at a 60-degree angle in a twin-turbo V12 configuration.
God.
To ensure the oil coats all the surfaces, the engine builder manually hand cranks the crankshaft, moving the connecting rods and pistons. The timing chain and oil pan are installed. The timing chain has very specific lubrication requirements, which only an exclusive high-performance oil can meet. The car uses a chain rather than a belt because it's more reliable and durable. The cylinder head assembly is installed.